Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trendscenter app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trendscenter app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. We're here. We're back. It's Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday brought to you by the Trendscenter app, the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. Use the code TFTM and check out 50% off for premium membership. And it is March. I will be using the Trendscenter heavily going into the tournament. However, I haven't really done any research, but I did make a bracket. The amount of research I've done is I listened to a podcast, just one. So I don't really know what that means, but I don't know. I really don't have much to add except, this is my bracket, and I hope it wins. That would be cool. But before we get into that, let's say hi to the gents. Chris, how are you?
I'm great. I mean, this is the best time of year. I mean, I've been saying that for weeks, I feel like, but we are 2 days away at time of recording from if the Super Bowl is gambling Christmas, this is gambling Hanukkah because it lasts multiple days. By the time this episode comes out, we will have wall to wall college basketball for 4 straight days, and it's euphoria. So I'm very excited. Did pretty well gambling wise in the conference tournaments. Yeah, and hoping that Trend Center will help us roll it on into the big dance. But yes, I am ready to go. I am itching. Sean, how you doing?
Well, I'm all right. It was like almost 80 degrees the other day. Now it's like it was snowing yesterday. Gas is almost $4 a gallon. Just work, work. I'm tired. But you can't really be too sad when you've got the greatest tournament in all of sports coming up. And it's supposed to be a nice weekend this weekend, but it's too bad I'll be inside the entire time watching basketball. So, doing great. Doing great knowing that I have something to look forward to and I can stop thinking about, all the horrors in the world. But yes, let's get into let's get into it, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. Not going to go through every game here. How do we want to structure this? Do we want to just give our final fours and go from there? I don't know.
Uh,
Or like any upsets on anyone's bracket?
Not like major, but I've got a couple 11s and 10s moving on the first round.
I got Troy beating Nebraska.
I, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we just go down the list.
All right.
Why not?
All right. Well,
Chris, does that sparkle with you, Chris?
Yeah, it's great. Sorry, my computer was having issues, but
Oh,
I
okay.
fixed it, so we're good now.
No worries.
all right. Well, I guess I'll kick things off here. Do we want to do like conference by conference?
Just go east to Midwest.
Is Midwest
Yeah,
the middle one,
Straight down.
the down one?
Mid.
we can go through who we got, and if we have any strong opinions, give them.
Okay.
Just speak up.
Well, I mean, some of them, like,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Duke Siena. Does anyone have Siena?
No.
Okay, next.
All right, Ohio State, TCU. I have Ohio State.
I also have Ohio State.
I do have Ohio State. I made this bracket. Um, I think it was 20 minutes after selection Sunday. So I haven't really revisited since until now. I am going to be switching that to TCU because now that I've pondered it, I do think TCU is just a better team. They have more impressive wins. They have a few stinky losses sprinkled in, but I think overall there's a better team. So
Okay. There's some insight there. Something that I won't have. Moving on, St. John's, Northern Iowa. I do have Northern Iowa in there, beating St. John's. Don't ask me why,
okay,
because I don't know. I heard a little bit of noise coming about Northern Iowa, but I don't know. I'm just having fun.
Would you bet Northern Iowa
No, I'm probably going to work on my picks tomorrow.
at 10.5?
10 and a half? I'd have to check
You
the
already got him
Trendscenter app.
upset.
Yeah, but this isn't real. I'm not going to win.
We're 3 games in. 3 games in. Bracket's busted.
My bracket is busted all over the place.
what's the total in that game, Sean?
131.5.
Okay.
Who's to say? Moving on. Kansas. Well, I mean, I just figured you guys had St. John's.
Yeah, I do.
St. John's.
Johnny's, I might take a minus 10.5. Northern Iowa was terrible. They were 6th in the Missouri Valley, I think, in the regular season. They got hot in the tournament. I'll give them that. They play great defense, but their offense blows. They can maybe muck it up 10.5. It's a little high just because St. John's can also kind of play that defensive grinded out style, but I think Johnny's dog walk them personally.
Okay. Sean?
Yeah, I've got St. John's.
All right. Next game, Kansas at Cal Baptist. I guess it's not at, it's just neutral sites, but
it kind of is. That game's being played in San Diego.
interesting.
Home game.
Yeah, I don't know if that factors much here, but I do have Kansas.
Correct. Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas. Cal Bap has this one player. I'm trying to look his name up right now. I think it's like Demetrius Johnson or something like that. He's pretty good as for that level. Kansas has future lottery pick and a lot of other really good fucking players. So, Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas kind of a powerhouse program. I feel like they're always kind of in the mix for the most part.
Number 4 seeds have won 79.4% of meetings with 13 seeds. Interesting.
Huh.
That guy's name for Cal Bap is Dominique Daniels, by the way. Want to put some respect on his name. He played a really great game in the WAC championship.
Shout out Demetrius Johnson or whatever
Daniels.
Name Daniels you said before.
Dominique Daniel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The name I said before, Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, that was not particularly close, but
whatever. We're just having a good time. Next game, Louisville at South Florida. I have Louisville.
I got a little bit of upset here.
Okay.
I got South Florida. Don't know why.
Grace?
I got South Florida too. They're really fucking hot right now. They tore through the American tournament. I think they won every game by double digits. They're a really fucking good team. Head coach is from the Nate Oates coaching tree, so they play really fast. They shoot a shit ton of threes. Unlike Alabama, though, they actually give a shit about defense. They're a pretty solid defensive team. Louisville's best player is questionable for this game, I believe. I haven't done any research today on it. I like USF. They are kind of like the trendy dog, and those never really pan out that great in the tournament. But I don't care. I like this team. I think they can make a run. I got them outright in this one, and I will be betting that as well. Well, plus 5.5, maybe sprinkle money on.
All right.
It is now 4.5.
4.5. Fuck. Okay, I might just take the money line.
Okay.
All right. And then Michigan State playing North Dakota State. I have Michigan State. Tom Izzo, good coach.
Sweatiest man in America.
Oh no, the sweatiest man in America was Bruce Pearl. Wasn't there a bunch of memes about Bruce Pearl on Selection Sunday? Wasn't he sweating on Selection Sunday or something?
Yeah, I mean, he was crying because his son didn't get in the tournament, rightfully so, because that team is dog shit. Um, yeah, Bruce Pearl's a joke. I can go off on that tangent later, but because I do have some opinions on that. But yes, definitely a sweaty man. Tom Izzo. Now that Pearl has retired or quit, whatever you want to call it, um, I'd say Izzo is probably the sweatiest coach in America. I'm trying to think of others. He's up there. I got Michigan State.
He's got to be up there. Michigan State. Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo. All right. Next game, UCLA at UCF. I have UCF.
I
No particular
also
reason.
have UCF.
I've got UCLA. I didn't really know what to do with this game. This is pretty much my dad's a UCLA fan, so just picking them.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to bet this game. UCLA is playing quietly pretty well lately. Beat Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament, but I just UCF. I mean, they're not, neither of these teams are particularly great. It's just UCLA is playing slightly better right now, and they're my dad's favorite team, so I'm rolling with them for now. Don't know if I'm going to bet it. Probably won't. I might not even end up picking them in my bracket. So, but as of now, it's UCLA.
All right. Next game, UConn Furman. I mean, I have UConn. I feel like Dan Hurley is a certified psycho. Uh, so, and I mean, UConn, they've been great the past couple of years, so I have no reason not to pick them.
Yeah, absolutely. UConn.
Yeah. I've got UConn as well. I don't know what the spread is on this one. I might be betting Furman to cover. I was doing some research on them today. They are white hot offensively. They were like pedestrian at best in the regular season. They scored 81 points a game, I think, in the 3 game stretch in the conference tournament, which is like 10, 15 points higher than their average. If they can stay hot offensively, I know they've had time to cool off, and UConn is a very good team. But if they can stay hot, UConn's offense kind of goes through lulls like randomly during games. So
Yeah.
might take from them to cover. But yeah, I think UConn wins it.
That line is 20.5, by the way.
Ooh, I like that. I'll probably take that. Furman was the good.
No, go ahead.
I was like Furman was the team that beat Virginia a couple years ago in that wild ending when like Virginia just chucked it down the court and got stolen, and Furman came down and hit a three. I don't remember what the seed line in that one was, but just Furman has done it before. So,
All right. Well, number 2 seeds are 149 to 11 versus 15 seeds. However, a 15 seed won a game in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The only time doing so in 3 consecutive tournaments. So 15s are kind of hot right now. Trending upward.
they also won one in 16, 15.
15 or 16.
What year was it when MT won?
That's, yeah.
I can't remember if it was 15 or 16.
I think it was 16.
I think so, because I think it was my sophomore year.
Had to be 16.
Yeah.
Spring break.
Hell
No.
yeah. Ish.
During spring break? I remember campus being empty.
I feel
Yep,
like
I think it was.
I feel like this March Madness is kind of a little bit later in March, just from my standpoint. I could be incredibly wrong, but it feels
Okay,
like
yeah.
March Madness is a bit earlier because we're like halfway through March already. So I've been saying it's March for almost 2 weeks now.
More than 2 weeks.
Yeah, more than 2 weeks. Okay, moving on to the South. We have Florida versus PVAMU or Lehigh, depending on, I think that game is either today or tomorrow. I don't know. Who's to say? But I have Florida. I mean, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Florida could very well win this whole damn thing, from
yeah,
what I understand. So
I mean, yeah.
would be crazy if they
Oh, I'd
lost.
love to see it,
Would
but
be crazy.
yeah, I fucking love it, but yeah, it ain't happening.
Yeah. Would be madness.
It's madness. Moving on. Clemson and Iowa. I have Iowa. No particular reason why.
I also have Iowa. I feel like these 8 and 9 seeds are a flip of the coin. Go one way or the other.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm on Iowa as well. Bennett Sturts is Iowa's best player. He's the best player on the. He's going to be the best player on the floor for either team. So I like him. This is the same guy and the same coach Iowa's who were at Drake last year when they beat Missouri. A little fun fact, but
Okay.
yeah, just Clemson's offense is terrible. So yeah, I'll take Iowa. I'll probably bet it as well.
All
Cool.
right.
And that spread is 2.5.
They favored by 2.5.
They are.
Makes sense.
All right. Moving on. Vanderbilt against McNeese. I have Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it, they're on
Hot.
fire. Yeah.
Hot right now.
Then Nebraska and Troy. I have Troy. I was listening to a podcast today. I heard John Rothstein talking about it. I don't know. He's like a college basketball guy. He was like, Troy can do the upset. And I was like, okay. But that's
Yeah. I have Troy too. Nebraska famously has never won an NCAA tournament game. They've been kind of up and down lately. They started out 20-0, I think, and they finished 6-6, I believe, in their last 12. I just don't really have much faith in this team, honestly. I'm not saying Troy's like gonna walk in there and like easily win this game, but Troy's not half bad. They got a lot of size, and Nebraska has struggled with like guy down low against guys with like a decent size. So I think Troy can keep it close. Um, just funny. I know you're not a college basketball guy, but just describing John Rothstein as a college basketball guy is like calling the Pope like just a Catholic.
I mean, I heard him
This
talk and he was like, I haven't watched a Monday Night Football game since Aikman was on the Cowboys. And I'm
he
like,
was he was the guy back during the whole like Damar Hamlin thing, like when it was happening live, when people were like, "Oh my God, like what's happening?" But and he's like Long Island and Elon will resume their home and home stretch in 2028. And like this guy doesn't give a fuck about anything but college basketball.
that's what a sicko.
Yeah, he's the one's like
college basketball guy.
yeah.
He is.
I know, it's just funny.
Pope's Catholic.
I mean,
It's also true.
yeah, I mean, you were not incorrect in your statement.
I'm laughing at Chris's explanation of who John Rothstein is. 'Cause honestly, I don't really know who that guy was either, if I'm being completely
He's
honest.
a
But
wild follow on Twitter because I mean, it's just college basketball.
yeah,
No matter,
just
it's all he thinks about.
calling the Pope just a Catholic.
I call him the Dalai Lama, just a guy.
I mean, yeah, on it kind of. Anyway,
Oh shit,
Sean, you give your pick?
that's funny. No, I did not. I had Nebraska, but I think I'm going to switch to Troy. Y'all made some very convincing arguments. And not really arguments, but points. This is my family bracket, so I'm in it to win it, and this is how you get points right here. So submit.
All right. All right, then North Carolina VCU. I have VCU. Heard a little something from John Rothstein. I don't remember what it was specifically, but
That guy.
yeah, that guy, that college football sicko. So I have VCU. I have nothing to back it up.
I've got VCU as well. North Carolina's best player is hurt. Uh, VCU is white lava hot right now. I think they take it.
All right, there it is. Sean?
Yeah, I have VCU. No reason really, other than I feel like these 11 and sixes have more upsets than I remember. It's either 11 and six or 12 and fives. I can't remember.
The 12 and fives were like the historic for a good like 10 years there, maybe more. We're like hey, like at least one of these 12s is winning. There's one year, 21, I think it two or three won, and Tennessee was one of the fives that year. But yeah, now recently it's been more the 11 and sixes, probably in the last like 5 years or so.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's pull up. Let's see if Trendcenter's got anything.
Does Trend Center, do they have anything for like the seating? I know they
Yeah.
have a shit ton of filters.
Yeah, they've got all March Madness stuff you can filter through.
Oh shit. I guess I should
Yeah.
have looked that up before the show.
I haven't done an in-depth dive on that lately, but I will be doing one probably. Well, I guess it has to be tomorrow because Thursday's the big day.
The big
I don't see really any good trends to shout out, but there's 4 trends on the under for VCU North Carolina. So,
Don't hate that. VCU's got pretty solid defense.
and that over under is 153 and a half.
All right.
Kind of like
High,
that.
pretty high, pretty high. I like that.
Pretty high.
There it is.
Might be taking it.
All right. Then next game, Illinois and Penn. I have Illinois. No reason. Yet
Illinois.
again.
Yeah, Illinois. Penn's best player is hurt. Has a concussion. Hasn't played since like the beginning of the month. Uh, yeah, Illinois probably. Even if he's healthy, Illinois probably rolls. There's much more talented. Penn was a 3 seed in the Ivy League tournament, which in the Ivy League tournament only 4 teams make it. So it's not like that being a 3 seed is not particularly great in that. And they won both their games in overtime in pretty big upsets. So I won't say they're lucky to be here, but they were definitely not expected to be here. So yeah, Illinois probably en route.
Spread is 24 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then next game is St. Mary's, Texas A&M. I have St. Mary's. That's about it.
I got A&M. No reason.
I've got St. Mary's. Probably not gonna bet it. I hate both of these teams. Not St. Mary's always kind of crumbles in the tournament, but Texas A&M's been playing like dog shit lately. So I'm going with Mary's just because they are the better team right now. But I'm probably not going to touch it in real life.
Mm-hmm. IRL. Next game, Houston, Idaho. I have Houston. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
Yeah. Cougs all day.
All right. John?
Houston. Yeah. Houston.
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 Now we're going to the West. Arizona and Long Island. I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah.
Zona.
Okay.
Easy.
Yep. And then Villanova, Utah State. I have Villanova.
I'm going Utah State. Apparently, I'm just going to pick all 9s in the 8-9 matchup. I don't think Villanova is particularly great. I mean, Utah State is not awesome either, but I think they're better. I think they're playing better basketball. That's pretty much it. No real gut feeling either way. I don't even know if I'm going to bet it or not, but as of now, Utah State.
Totally
I
fine.
also have Utah State. No real reason. They seem to be pretty deadlocked on like which way I don't know if you guys can see like analytics on who's been picking which side, but they're about even. Villanova's got the slight edge, but like a little underdog. They're favored in this game, so they're not really underdogs.
Utah State's favored?
Yeah.
Wow.
1.5.
Interesting. Interesting.
All right. Then next game, Wisconsin and High Point. I have Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah, Wisco had High Point on the spread last year against Purdue. They were the sexy underdog. Like, hey, this team scores a lot of points. They run the ball around really fast, but yeah, they shot the bed. They still do that this year, but so does Wisconsin, and they honestly just do it a hell of a lot better. So Wisconsin probably by a lot of points.
There it is. All right. Arkansas and Hawaii. I have Arkansas. Didn't they win the
Arkansas,
Yeah.
SEC?
yeah, they won the
Yes.
SEC tournament. Yeah, Hawaii plays a really interesting brand of defense. They don't switch on on anything. So it's like your man is your man. Like they'll do like some help occasionally, but they will never just switch defenders. It's weird. It mixes a lot of teams up. They lead or they're fourth in the country in assist to turnover ratio. That's all fine and dandy in the Big West, but Darius Acuff, the Arkansas point guard, is one of the best players in the country. So good luck guarding him straight up. Arkansas probably by a fucking lot.
All right. There it is. Then BYU versus Texas or NC State. I actually have Texas or NC State marked down here. Um, no reason. I thought it'd be fun.
I don't hate that. I don't particularly love BYU, but they have AJ DeBanza, who may very well be the number one overall pick. But that's pretty much it. Their other great player, Richie Saunders, tore his ACL a few weeks ago. Don't love BYU, but I have him winning this game. I think I have him going out next round, but spoiler alert. But I don't hate an upset here, depending on who wins Texas NC State tonight. But going with the Cougs for now. The Mormons.
Yeah. Mormons all the way. Brigham Young. Yeah. That's it.
All right. The next game, Gonzaga versus Kennesaw State. I got the Zags.
Yeah, Zags, easy. Kennesaw.
Yeah.
Kennesaw's not
Gonzaga.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga, historically good.
Yeah.
And the next game is Miami, Florida, versus Missouri. And I have Miami.
Also have
That's it.
Miami. I understand that Missouri may be frauds, may not deserve to be here. It's my understanding. It's not what I'm saying, but this is what I've been told. So I'm going with Miami.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami as well. Missouri, I don't know if I call them frauds, but they're not particularly great. Miami struggled against kind of like the upper echelon teams they've played this season, but I think they're slightly better than Missouri. Yeah, I'm taking Canes. Plus, I love Miami basketball ever since like I think it was 3 years ago, maybe. I bet on them a lot in the tournament, and they went to the Elite Eight. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, Miami.
All right. The next is Purdue versus Queens, North Carolina. I have Purdue.
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 All right. There it is.
That's it.
I mean, yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
Yeah. Then we're going to the Midwest. We have Michigan, the one seed playing Howard. And I have Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michigan.
This is another team I think could win the whole damn thing. So
They're really fucking good. Yeah.
yeah.
Could do it. All right. The next game is Georgia versus St. Louis. I have Georgia.
I have Georgia selected. I don't know. I don't think they're particularly good. St. Louis was like the best mid-major team in the country for a while. They're kind of falling off a little bit. I don't remember if you remember. I don't know if you remember the guy from last year, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the white guy, the goofy white guy with the goggles who played at Indiana State. Yeah, he transferred to St. Louis. I don't think they're particularly great, but I don't think Georgia is either. You know, fuck it. I'm switching to St. Louis just for the vibes. Probably won't bet it, but Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
um,
I also have St. Louis. I knew that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Robbie
Yeah.
Alvia,
Avila or however.
Avila,
I don't know if
whatever.
that's how he pronounces it, but that's
That's how I'm
what.
saying it. Uh, um, yeah, I knew he was on this team. Also, like their little monster, just as a little mascot. Who's this guy? Look at him. It's crazy though.
I
Have fun.
I've been watching college basketball for a long time. I've never looked up what exactly the fuck a Billiken is or is supposed to be. So yeah, but yeah, they definitely have probably the most unique logo in college basketball.
What is a Billiken? A mythical
Some
good
sort
luck figure created in 1908 by Missouri art teacher Florence Pretz. Okay, so this makes
interesting,
sense.
interesting. Hmm.
learn something new.
American creation too.
Missouri.
Get
Deep.
off the pipe, Missouri.
All right. Next game, Texas Tech versus playing Akron. I have Texas Tech. I think they were like white lava hot at one point. Don't they have that fucking guy who rarely plays, but is when he plays is lights out?
No, that's Darren Peterson. That's Kansas.
Oh,
But yeah, uh, I'm going Akron. Let's have some fun. Texas Tech, JT Toppin, best player towards ACL a few weeks ago. They were treading water there for a little bit, but they've kind of gone. I don't want to say gone down the shitter, but it's not looking great. Akron, really fucking good team. They can shoot the hell out of the ball, and I don't think they can get hot. Let's have some fun. Go Zips.
Yes, I also have Akron for fun and vibes. I
okay.
like it.
There it is. All right. Then Alabama and Hofstra. I have Alabama.
Alabama, unfortunately.
Yeah, bam.
All right. Then the next game, Tennessee versus either Miami, Ohio, or SMU. I have Tennessee.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
Feel like
to.
Tennessee. I'm not really looking forward to watching this basketball game, regardless of who we play. But Tennessee.
okay. All right. Then it's Virginia versus Wright State. I have Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia. Feel like they're really fucking good, right?
Yeah, they gave Duke a game, the ACC championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia.
All right. Then Kentucky and Santa Clara. I have Kentucky.
I've got Santa Clara. I go ahead and say I'm a little biased because fuck Kentucky, but also Kentucky's offense just looks out of sorts lately. Santa Clara is white hot. Granted, they haven't played anyone, but still, um, it is fuck Kentucky always. But I think I can legitimately see Santa Clara winning this game. So, and it's fun to see Kentucky fans furious after a first round exit. So,
Sure.
going with the Bronx.
Yeah. Got Kentucky, but turn your police scanners when they lose this game. It'll be fine.
All right. Moving on to the next game, Iowa State versus Tennessee State. I have Iowa State. Even, I almost let my internal thoughts out of my head.
What kind of
Yeah,
internal
I
thoughts?
gotta hear these thoughts. Yeah.
I feel like Iowa State, because they're in the middle of nowhere, has a lot of white people,
Uh-huh.
and and Tennessee State is an HBCU.
Not following.
Yeah, that's enough.
Did you expand?
John Rothstein tell you that?
No, John Rothstein did not tell me that. Well, I think these white boys can ball. Yeah, I'm just
They
kidding.
can. They can ball.
They can.
They can. I got Iowa State. I put a future on them to win the tournament at plus 2,500 a few days ago. So that was before the bracket came out. I think that dropped to like 1,700. So
All
I'm
right.
liking that. My cash out went up by like $2.
Ooh.
So we're
They
already
want you
making
to cash out. Don't do it. They know something.
it. But yeah, Iowa State. Let's go, clones.
Yeah, Iowa State.
All right. Then going back to the East for the second round, I have Duke versus Ohio State, and I have Duke moving on to the what is it?
Sweet 16.
The Sweet 16. Yeah, that's where I have them going. Uh,
Yeah.
I've got Duke TCU. Duke's winning. TCU, they've got some pretty good wins. They beat Florida earlier in the season. They beat Kansas, maybe. I think no, they beat Iowa State and I believe also Texas Tech. They could make pull an upset. Probably not. It's Duke though. So yeah, Duke's winning.
Yeah, I've got Duke, Ohio State. Duke moving on. Damn
all right.
it. Sorry. No, it's the Preds get scored on by
Oh,
the Jets.
I was like, if you don't like it, you don't have to pick
No,
it.
it's nothing to do with basketball at all.
Basketball. Um, all right. Next, I got Northern Iowa versus Kansas, and then I have Kansas moving on to the Sweet 16.
I got the
Give me the
Johnnies in
yeah,
Kansas, and I got the Johnnies moving on.
same. Give me the Johnnies. I do not like Kansas. Don't like their vibes. I can see this. Maybe St. John's is up by like 10 at the under 12 media timeout, and Darren Peterson's like, you know what? I've had enough. Go and sub me out. Just give me to the draft. So yeah, give me the fighting Rick Pitino's.
There it is. All right. Then the next game we got Louisville versus Michigan State. I do have Louisville here to move on to the Sweet 16 because I feel like as of late, Tom Izzo, I don't want to say fraud because he is a good coach, but like I don't know, I feel like he just hasn't made a run in a really long time. That's just me though.
It,
I could be
it
very wrong.
has, I believe it has been in a few years. They made a pretty good run to the Elite Eight, I think it was, but that was a few years ago, if my memory serves correct. I've got USF against Michigan State. I'm taking the Bulls. Let's go on a run. USF going to Sweet 16.
Yeah, I've got USF, Michigan State. I do have Michigan State moving on. I think I'm the only one who has Michigan State moving on. But Tom Izzo is still a good coach. I think he's got a pretty easy path to the Sweet 16. So he should capitalize on this. But yeah, MSU Sweet 16.
All right. Then next game I got UCF versus UConn, and then I have UConn going on to the Sweet 16.
Same. Ditto.
I've got UCLA, UConn, but yeah, I'm taking UConn.
It's hard to bet against these Huskies. Or we're not really betting, but pick against these Huskies.
I'll probably bet
Okay.
it. All right, next game I got Florida versus Iowa, and then I got Florida moving on.
Same.
Yep.
All right.
Wow. So far, we all have perfect brackets.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Um,
technically.
Whoever does. And I got Vanderbilt versus Troy. Then I do have Troy moving on.
I
I don't
hope
know.
you're right.
It could happen.
I hope you're right. I've got Vandy. I have Vandy Troy also, but yeah, Vandy's Vandy moving on. They're on fire right now. As much as I hate it, I hope you're right. I would love for Troy to win that game, but Vandy.
Yeah, same as you guys, but I've got Vandy moving on. They're just too good. They're just too hot right now.
Fair
Let's
enough.
see. I think they could make a run.
Unfortunately, I think
We'll
you
see.
could be right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then
What is Vandy to do?
next game I got VCU versus Illinois. I have Illinois moving on.
Same.
VCU, Illinois. Illinois moves on.
All right. Then I got St. Mary's versus Houston. And I got Houston moving on.
Same.
I do have Texas A&M, Houston, but Houston advances.
If it is Houston St. Mary's, I don't really care what the total is. I'm going to bet that under. That might be like a first to 62 points wins.
All right. And then moving to the West, Arizona Villanova in the second round. I got Zona moving on.
Same. I got him over
Yeah.
Utah State, but yeah, same.
Same as Chris over Utah.
All right. Then Wisconsin versus Arkansas. I do have Wisconsin moving on.
Mm.
I
I
also
don't
have
know why.
Wisconsin moving on.
I've got Arkansas. I really hope we get this matchup. That game would fucking rock. That total will be in like the 170s probably, but it'd fucking slap. So yeah. Arkansas moving on. I just really hope we get it. That'd be a very fun basketball game.
Hell yeah. Then later on, I got Texas slash NC State versus Gonzaga. I do have Texas slash NC State moving on at this point because I think I heard John Rothstein say something like Gonzaga's got one of their best players that's hurt, and they don't know if he's gonna be able to play in the first kind of first two rounds. So I feel like with the easy win against Kennesaw State, I feel like then a bit more of a challenge comes through in either Texas or NC State. Um, and yeah, they just kind of take advantage of it. But that's what I got.
I got the Zags and BYU. I got Gonzaga moving on. Yeah, their best player is hurt. He's been out since like January though, so they've kind of had time to adjust to life without him. I'd still think they're an overrated basketball team. Then it wouldn't shock me if they lost here, but they've been to like a billion Sweet 16s in a row. So even when they have been overrated, so I begrudgingly have the Gonzaga moving on.
All right. Shane?
Yeah, I've got Purdue advancing.
We're not talking about that game yet.
Oh, sorry. Which one are we talking about?
We're talking about the second round.
Oh, I'm on the Sweet 16. Sorry. Yeah, I've got Gonzaga over BYU. Yeah.
I was going to say that's not even the right region.
Well, I know. Well, I was in the Sweet 16 tab by accident. We're good.
Then the next game is Miami, Florida versus Purdue, and I got Purdue. Moving on.
Yeah, I got Purdue.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
I got Purdue.
All right. The second round in the Midwest, I got Michigan versus Georgia, but I got Michigan moving on.
Yeah. Got Michigan too.
There it is.
I got Michigan as well. Sorry, I probably look like I got something in my fucking eye. It's annoying that. But yeah, Michigan, cakewalk. I have them over St. Louis, but I think they dominate whoever they get there.
Mm-hmm. Then next game, I got Texas Tech and Alabama. I got Alabama moving on.
Mm-hmm. No, I got Texas Tech over Alabama.
I've got Akron over Alabama. Let's have some fun with the Zips. Both these teams play a very similar brand. They just love to chuck threes and run the ball up and down the court. If Alabama just doesn't play defense, then they could lose to really any team who can shoot the ball. So, just kind of I don't know if this would actually happen. I don't know if Akron's going to beat Texas Tech, but I'm just trying to have some fun. Akron all the way. Not all the way. Winning this basketball game.
This is it. Fun. This is it for Akron.
All right, then next game I got Tennessee versus Virginia, and then Virginia moves on.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the script, probably.
Yeah.
No offense.
No, none taken.
It was pretty harsh.
No,
it's pretty harsh.
So. You're right. This team, Tennessee, sucks. Virginia, Tennessee will probably either get out to no. What's going to happen is they're going to score like 20 points in the first half. Then they're going to make a game of it in the second, maybe get like a 5-point lead and then choke. And then probably score like 6 points the rest of the game. Either that or they just get dog walked. Virginia.
All right. Then next I got Kentucky versus Iowa State, and I have Kentucky. Moving on.
Ooh. I've got
Well,
Iowa State, Santa Clara, and I I put a feature on them to win the title. So Iowa State moving on.
oh yeah. Sweet 16.
What about you, Sean?
I said Iowa.
Oh. All right. Well, going back to the East, in the Sweet 16, got Duke versus Kansas. I got Duke moving on.
I got Duke and the Johnnies, and give me St. John's to pull the upset. No real gut, like it's mainly just a gut feeling. St. John's is really fucking good. They've been playing really good basketball. I know the Big East sucks, but the ACC isn't exactly great either. So, yeah, give me St. John's to pull the upset, and Duke would be the first one seed to fall.
Yes, I also have St. John's over Duke. I feel like we don't see as much madness within the first two rounds as we used to. I think the madness starts to come later. So this is kind of where the madness will start, with the Johnnies over Duke.
Yeah, it felt like in years past, the perfect March Madness is there's like maybe not a bunch of upsets in the first two rounds, but like a decent amount of upsets that makes you say, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened." But uh and then like later on, like the madness starts to leave and it just, the big dogs come to play. And so it is just the best team, which to me is a perfect March Madness. The madness dies off as the fucking tournament goes on. But that's just the way I see it.
I hope it gets a menace this year. We didn't get shit last year. It was
Yeah, we
boring
got
as hell.
fucking nothing. I was doing a corny ass betting strategy where I bet on every single underdog money line. That did not work. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember that, yeah.
I had forgotten, but I do remember that now.
That was awful. That was a terrible choice by me. I was talking to my
Run it
dad about it,
back.
and he was like, yeah, that would be a really good strategy beforehand, before NIL. And I was like, fuck, you're right.
That was, I believe it was 2 years ago. I don't know. I saw some guy on Twitter was doing it. I mean, a bunch of people do it, but this one guy I was following on Twitter did it. And he started off really hot because I think that was the year it was like Oakland beat Kentucky, and there were a few really big. Was that FDU over Purdue? I don't think
Fairly
it was.
certain.
Was it? It might have been. I don't remember. But there were a bunch of big upsets, especially early on. So I was like, holy shit, this is great. And then it kind of slowly died off. And I think he was still profitable only by like a handful of units. So it was like, yeah, it was profitable, but it wasn't very fun in the long run. Like you start out just ripping, you're like, holy shit, this is the best. And then as the tournament went on, lost most of it.
Hmm. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The next game in the Sweet 16, I got Louisville versus UConn. I have Louisville moving on.
Interesting.
I
Don't
don't know
hate
why.
that. I mean, I don't hate it because I got USF, UConn, and I got USF moving on to the Elite Eight. I mean, if they get hot, why the fuck not? I think it's funny in the region of most, not I would say mostly, but peppered with blue bloods. I have St. John's and USF moving on. Which St. John's is they got Rick Pitino, so that's something. But it's just funny. Duke, UConn, Kansas, and I get USF St. John's.
Hey, 'tis the season for madness.
Oh yeah. I got Michigan State over UConn. No reason. Just let's get Izzo that one last run.
Fair
The
enough.
hope.
It's the hope that
It's the
keeps you
hope that
going.
it
It's
also
also the
kills
hope
you.
that kills you. Yeah.
My hope is to be hopeless.
Um, all right, next game I got Florida versus Troy, and I have Florida moving on.
I got Florida Vandy, but I got Florida getting some revenge and moving on.
Yeah, I got Florida Vandy. I do have Vandy moving on to the
Ooh,
Elite
I
Eight.
mean, they did just kind of whoop them in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. They could. I know I said Florida could probably win this whole damn thing, and they probably could, but it's a bracket, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
Then the next game I got Illinois versus Houston, and I have Houston moving on.
Same.
Same.
All right. Then back to the West in Sweet 16, I got Arizona versus Wisconsin, and I got Arizona moving on.
I got Arizona, Arkansas. I think that'd be also a hell of a basketball game. Arizona is better defensively, so I'll take them.
I got the same as you will. Zona over Wisconsin. Give me Zona to the Elite Eight.
Okay. Then the next game is the 11 seed, which will be Texas. Well, for me, which will be Texas or NC State versus Purdue. I have Purdue.
I have.
Oh, no, sorry.
This is the one I was looking at earlier. I have Purdue over Gonzaga.
I was looking at the next round when I was essentially the same thing Sean was doing earlier. I was very confused. So yes, my apologies, Sean. I got Miami over Purdue because fuck Purdue.
Fair enough.
They're on like I don't say ungodly, but they are playing kind of above their pay grade right now. I think they cool off here.
That's the second round game. Moving on, this is the Sweet 16.
Got Miami over Gonzaga.
All right. All right. In the Midwest, in the Sweet 16, I got Michigan versus Alabama, and I have Alabama winning.
I got Michigan over Akron.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Michigan over Akron. Akron's going to be fun.
Akron Sweet 16 would be electric.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they're just like that hot, they could win this game. Michigan's offense is not particularly great at the moment. They're not. I'm not doing it. But if you set me down in a couple weeks and was like, hey, Akron beat Michigan, I'd be like, I can see that. I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be like FDU Purdue, like, holy shit, how did this happen? But no, I can't. No, Michigan.
All right. Then the next game I got Virginia versus Kentucky, and I have Virginia winning.
I got Virginia, Iowa State. Cyclones moving on.
Yeah, I got Virginia, Iowa State. I do have Virginia moving on to the Elite Eight.
All right. And then back in the East, in the Elite Eight, I got Duke versus Louisville, and I got Duke.
Makes sense. I got the Johnnies and USF. I really wanted to pull the trigger on USF Final Four, but I don't think it's happening. St. John's.
I got St. John's, Michigan State. I do have the Johnnies moving on to the Final Four. Crazy. Oh, well.
It's madness. All right, in the South, in the Elite Eight, I got Florida versus Houston, and I got Florida moving on.
Ooh. I mean, not a big surprise. But I got Houston rematch of last year's national championship. Yeah, but Houston gets revenge this year. Go Cougs.
I've got Vandy, Houston. Houston's moving on. Vanderbilt's run ends here. Vanderbilt to make the Elite Eight is plus 390, though.
I thought it'd be higher than that personally. I mean, they
I
are
know.
hot right now. I thought it'd be higher.
It's pretty
What is
crazy.
what's Miami to get to the Elite Eight?
Miami to get to the Elite Eight. Oh,
No.
how did I do this? It was so hard to find this.
Oh, I thought never mind. You don't have to look. I thought you just had like a list of Elite Eight futures.
No, I looked up specifically what.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to look it up then. It's not a big deal.
I'll find it.
I I shouldn't bet that. That feels like an irresponsible bet. I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Well, I'm moving on to the West. In the Elite Eight, I have Arizona versus Purdue, and I have Purdue winning, going to the Final Four.
I got Zona, Miami. Arizona takes it pretty easily. If this somehow is the matchup, I would say somehow, but if this is the matchup, Arizona wins easily.
Miami Elite Eight is plus 1,300. Yeah, I've got Arizona over Purdue.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. 1,300.
And then
Sit on it.
I'll
Have a
sit.
sleep on it. Have a dream about it.
If I do have a dream about it, I will bet it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Came to me in a dream.
Burn your freaking house down.
All right, moving on to the Midwest. In the Elite Eight, I have Alabama versus Virginia, and I have Alabama moving on to the Final Four.
I'll be very sad if that happens.
Yeah.
I got Michigan, Iowa State. Taking Iowa State.
I got Michigan, Virginia, taking Michigan to the Final Four.
All right, now we're on to the Final Four. Final Four teams. First matchup, I got Duke versus Florida, both 1 seeds, and I got Florida taking it on to the championship.
I got the Johnnies in Houston. Johnnies run-ins here. Houston goes back to the national championship.
Yes, I have that as well. The St. John's run was fun, but it's got to end sometime.
All right. And then in the other game, I got Purdue versus Alabama, and I have Purdue moving on to the championship game.
All right, so so it's Florida, Purdue for your last two?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got Zona, Michigan, with Michigan going to the championship. So Houston, Michigan will be the national championship in my bracket.
I've got Arizona, Iowa State, rematch of the Big 12 semifinal we just saw, barn burner. But yeah, Iowa State takes this one. I believe this would be the 4th time they would have played this season if this happens. But give me Iowa State going to the Natty. First time ever.
All right. And then in the championship game, I got Florida winning against Purdue, tiebreaker 87-56.
I've got Michigan over Houston. How many total points will be scored in the championship game?
Yeah, where did you get that?
125. Yeah, where did you get that?
125. That's a load.
Yeah, it's championship.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Yeah, well, you had the final score thing, or the ESPN is just the total points.
I'm on the NCAA.com bracket.
ESPN used to do final score. I don't know when they switched to the total points.
Yeah.
It's a very
I'm just on the fantasy app. So.
What about you, Chris?
I got Iowa State over Houston. Houston loses in heartbreak once again in the national championship. I didn't remember that I did that. I feel bad doing that to Houston again, but Iowa State takes it and cashes my plus 2,500 ticket. Total points 142. I'll say final score is 74-68. Yeah, that's 142, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Math.
It's not a math podcast, but it is a numbers podcast.
That might have been the quickest I've ever added two numbers. That's why I was so surprised. I had to question if it was right.
You didn't even have to count on your fingers.
I didn't. That would have been a lot of count. We would have been here for a second. Nobody talk to me.
I just exited out of this the tournament challenge on the fantasy app, and then I saw our fantasy football league, and I got sad.
Should we do
I'm like, fuck.
lowest bracket score has to eat 73 hot dogs?
No,
I'm not doing that. Not for this.
there should be no
This is something I
punishment
don't
for
care
this.
about.
This is fun. This is supposed to be fun. This doesn't deserve a punishment.
Yeah. So get off your ass and do some math. Math. Shout out School of Rock.
Greatest movie of all time.
Some are saying.
Some will say.
Yes. All right. Well, that's the tournament. And no matter how it goes, we'll still be great friends.
Depends on how much money we all lose, but yeah.
Well, I can't get any worse than last year.
There's nowhere to go but up.
It really isn't.
I like that mentality.
If I had a dartboard for every single matchup and I closed my eyes and I threw it at it, I probably would have won more games. Because I probably would have hit a favorite here and there.
That's not, I mean, maybe this year and last year, probably not the best strategy for that, but maybe in years prior when upsets were more abound, that would have been a fun thing to do.
Yes, I did the research. And it was like, if you just bet the money line on all the underdogs, you will come out on top. You'll lose most of your bets, but because the odds are so big, there's going to be a couple upsets here. Like it's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. And I was like, all right, seems fair enough. So that's what I did. And you can check the tape back a year from now, or a year ago, and obviously see the turmoil I'm in for like for all of it, really. There was no going back.
Go back and look at
As
that.
I said, I do kind of want to go back and watch your mood change throughout the weeks.
Well, like I remember the first two rounds, I was like, yo, that was ass. Surely there will be some upsets here because like all the teams are good. No. There was like one or two upsets, like I think, there were like 8s and 9s that were upsets. And like maybe like what's it like a 7 and 10?
I remember
Am I-
McNeese beat Clemson in a 12-5, but they weren't really big. I think they were like 7-point dogs. There's nothing crazy. And then Arkansas was the only double-digit seed to make the Elite Eight, I think. And it was like, that was supposed to be like, this is your Cinderella. And it's John Calipari, one of the most accomplished college basketball coaches of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it was not good.
No,
I'm not doing that again.
The Elite Eight and like Final Four and championship game were very entertaining, but everything before that sucked.
Yeah. In terms of like entertaining basketball, like these are like the Elite Eight, like these are the best teams.
Yeah.
So,
Which you'll get it. I mean, on the worst tournament year, you should get an entertaining Elite Eight. But
right.
yeah, last year, it was just for 2 rounds before it was just terrible in terms of just entertainment.
Yeah. There was nothing to jump out of my seat for. I think I had some buzzer beaters not go my way last year, if I remember correctly.
I remember the first night, I think it was the first night, I had Michigan -2.5 against UC San Diego. And Michigan was up by like 25, like at half. I was like, oh, this is fucking cruising. Let's go. And San Diego came back and Michigan ended up covering by the hook. And that was like, I think the jump out of my chair moment. It wasn't even, it was just for like sweating out a bet. It wasn't like, holy shit, basketball is awesome.
Anyone can win
Yeah.
anytime. Nope. You just watched a regular basketball game that you put money on. But that's the past, and the future's now. This week, I hope.
Reason will prevail.
Yes, reason will prevail. Well,
But it's madness. There's no reason.
Well,
we want madness. We don't want reason.
Oh, shit, you're right.
We have to go back to the old system of screaming and yelling at each other through violent attack.
Put my thumb through your eye, you little bitch.
That's the only way I know how to get my point across. It's through violence and physical attack.
Incredible.
Yeah, but
best show of all time.
But now I'm getting sad.
Don't.
I can't get sad.
We're 2 days away from the best weekend on the sporting calendar.
Yes, I will be sad for the rest of tonight, and then it'll be gone. Because tomorrow I'll be doing my research at night for Thursday, because I do have to work a full day on Thursday, which I thankfully haven't had to do the past couple of years, which has been pretty fortunate for me. But
you should quit.
Well, I'm just gonna watch the
They have TVs at your office?
No, only in the big offices that are for one person. But I'll just watch it on my phone. So
I've been going in the office this week, and they've got TVs like all like in the just on the walls. So I've heard those will be tuned in.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. They should do like a red zone for this. That could be entertaining. I know the quad box is really nice on YouTube TV. So I'll be having YouTube TV for, I think, until the end of the tournament.
I want to say CBS Sports Network or might do, it's not like a red zone per se, but it's a similar, they do like live recaps and shit like while it's going on. I don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say they do something similar.
Okay. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. All right. I think that's good enough time to end it as a good place. So, all right. Well, we'll see y'all. Jesus, Will. It's been a long day. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with this really helps us out, really helps our reach. Check out the Trendscenter app. Link in the description. Use the code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership. It's the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors, and I will be using it basically for every game coming up on these next 4 days to help me, because Lord knows I need it. Trendcenter's got the data to back that shit up. All right, there's 3 of us. Now let's make some money. Woo! Also follow us on X.
All right.
Cyclones.
Reason will prevail.
I'm a Wolverine.